Hello everyone, welcome to Court with Krissy, and welcome back. Today wraps day 2 of jury trial, and it's my favorite video honestly. Not because the defense has 0 questions. It's all about the cast out the window when he's getting arrested. I hope you like it. Court with Krissy is now in session.
Mr. Kowski, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sir, could you please state your name for the record and spell your last name for courtesy of the court reporter?
Detective Sergeant Josh Horst. Last name is spelling H-O-R-S-T.
Where do you work?
St. Louis County Sheriff's Office.
How long have you worked with the Sheriff's Department, Santa Louis County?
About 15 years.
What rank do you hold there?
Sergeant Detective.
With your position with the Sheriff's Department down in Santa Louis County, what does that require you to do?
It's just road deputies with investigations or serious offenses.
So with that in mind, did you assist deputies Chad Schmidt and Deputy Matthew Washy on an investigation from July 2nd, 2024 at the Dan Stevens residence in Santa Louis County?
Yes, I did. I did not respond there that evening, but I assisted after that.
And you got the call though that evening
Yes, I did.
from one of the deputies out there?
Yes, Deputy Schmidt.
And they briefed you on what was going on?
Yes.
From that, what did you do?
I followed up the next day with him, see where it was at. Found out that David Talson was arrested the following day, and I interviewed him on July 9th.
So on July 9th, where did this interview occur?
St. Louis County Sheriff's Office.
Did you advise Mr. Talisman of his rights?
Yes, I did.
Did he agree to waive his rights?
Yes, he did.
Agree to talk to you?
Yes.
The interview, was that recorded?
Yes, it was.
And how is it recorded?
Through Axon.
What is that? Can you explain to the jury?
It's a software system that most police agencies use. It records it. That's where body cams are recorded with as well.
So it shows the room
Yes,
and who's in there?
me and Mr. Talson.
May I approach, Your Honor?
Yes, you.
Detective Horst, handing you what has been marked as People's Proposed Exhibit 71. You recognize that, sir?
Yes, I do.
What is that?
This is a copy of the recording.
From the interview between you and
Mr. Talson.
Mr. Talisman? When we talk about David Talisman, would you recognize him and saw him again?
Yes, I will.
Is he in court today?
Yes, he is.
Could you please point to him, say where he's seated and what he's wearing?
He's sitting at the defense table wearing a shirt.
Let the record reflect the witness identify the defendant.
It should.
And move to admit
71.
71.
Ms. Roberts. Thank you. 71 is it.
We would ask before we play it in court, give the instruction.
Yes. Members of the jury, you're about to see a video of a statement reportedly made by the defendant. The video has been redacted, or in other words, certain portions were taken out. I previously ruled that certain information in those statements is not relevant for your decision in this case. So, since it is not evidence as I've defined for you earlier, you should not consider those things in deciding your case. Merely make your decision on the evidence that is let in and nothing else. Mr. Kowski, you may proceed with that. I will not require the court to transcribe. The exhibit is admitted and it speaks for itself.
Would ask if the lights could be dimmed for
Deputy
the jury and seeing the video.
Detective Sergeant Horst with the Sheriff's Office. Call me Josh. Before we talk though, you're in custody, so I'm gonna read you your Miranda warnings, okay?
Okay.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to consult with an attorney and have him or her present during questioning. If you cannot afford an attorney, one can be provided to you before question or at no cost. Do you understand these rights?
I understand.
With these rights in mind, do you wish to speak to me now?
Yes.
You want to speak to me? And at any point?
Yeah, I don't know what any of this is even about.
Okay. So at any point you want to stop talking, we can do that.
Okay.
So just let me know and I'll get the corrections officer and she can come take you back up.
Okay.
So you don't know why you're in here?
No, they just came and grabbed me, said I had an interview.
Okay. Well, there's an incident on July 2nd, which would have been Tuesday night
Okay,
last week.
yes, sir.
So it occurred on road at Daniel Stevens' residence. Do you know Daniel?
Not personally, no. I know of.
Know of him?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I guess it's your ex-girlfriend, Shauna?
Shanna.
Shanna? I'm assuming you know her?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I guess walk me through Tuesday night.
I hopped in my pickup, went to go to the landscaping business that Dan owns. Wanted to,
This is Daniel
yes,
Stevens. He owns a landscaping business?
I think so. A big sign out front.
Okay, so you're going to that business, okay.
Yeah, I thought it was a business, at least to the most part, because his trucks were all there. I wanted lawn clippings, so I took my pickup. Wanted to see if he collected them from cutting grass, see if I could buy some. Went to knock on his door, and I was punched in the face a few times. While I went to knock on the door flew open, and I seen like a flash of flesh, and it hit me right in the nose. There was at least one for sure, possibly a second one, but I might have moved the second one. And then next thing I knew, we were on the floor scrambling around, like fighting while I was in my cast, and I don't even know why he even hit me.
Okay, what place did you go to?
The one I'm,
Do you know the address?
no, there's a giant sign out front that says landscaping.
Okay.
It's a big horseshoe driveway and a bunch of work trucks there.
All right. So you opened the door, or
No, I did not open
he
the door.
opened the door.
Yes, I had my hand up ready to knock, and the door flew open, and I got hit in the face a few times. And because I was in a cast up to my armpit, because I'm recovering from a broken elbow. So I had my arm tucked in like I've been, because it was real awkward. And I had my arm up to knock, and I didn't even touch the door, and his door flew open, and then like I seen him, and it looked like a hand or something. There was no weapons or anything. Hit me right in the tip of the nose, and then the second one, I don't know if it hit me or not, because my hand was already up, and I was trying to stop it. And then we started wrestling around, and it became a full-blown fist fight.
Okay. The first fight that you're saying he threw at you did he slap you, punch you?
I can't really tell because it hit me right in the tip of the nose. Like now it like pops and cracks, and it's really.
Okay. Were you wearing glasses?
I was wearing these safety glasses.
Okay. You said full-blown fight after that.
Yes.
Where was that? Where did that happen at?
It ended up being in his house.
In his house?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where at in the house?
I don't know what it is. It's through the door, and then ended up in a bedroom.
In the bedroom in the house?
Yes. At that, like when I fell in while hanging on to him, I was starting to fear, like, is he gonna get something to actually harm me, like a baseball bat or a gun or anything like that? And I was starting to freak out because this arm is still on a 0-pound restriction.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt pretty, like not useless, defenseless. Is that the word I'm thinking of? Or I felt
Helpless?
like helpless. Maybe that's it. Yeah, helpless. Because I only had my right hand.
Mm-hmm.
And he was full on. It seemed like he wanted to hurt me, and I don't know why any of that even started when I went to knock on his door.
How did it end up in the bedroom?
Us tumbling around and just, I don't know, it was like a straight shot. Like the door I went to knock on, it was like 3 or 4 feet, and then it was his bedroom or someone's bedroom. It was just like straight.
What were you driving that night?
I was driving my Ram pickup,
Ram pickup. What
Yes, sir.
color was that?
black.
Black. Where'd you park when you got there?
Right, and like when you pull into the horseshoe driveway, right in front of the house.
Right by the front door?
Yeah,
Okay.
yes,
Did you have a phone with you?
yeah.
You had your phone with you?
I'm pretty sure it was, yeah, because, yeah, I had my phone with me.
Okay. Was any weapons or anything used during the fight?
I don't think so, no, not on my behalf, no.
Like, I'm not saying like a knife or anything, but a bat, shoe, glass vase, lamp, anything like that?
No, no.
Where's your cast now?
I had a manic episode the other night in here and I had to unpeel it. I was getting open sores. And I've been without my medication. I'm on the day 7 now. Was it last night or the night before? I just couldn't take it. I was getting too much anxiety. So I ended up picking it and I just peeled it off while I was in here.
Okay.
It's not supposed to be off until at least next week.
Is it all healed up?
No.
Not really.
No, there's no strength to it, and that's my range of motion.
How'd you break it?
4-wheeler accident.
Just fell on it? Kind of.
Launched head over and kind of, you know how they call it the scorpion? I did that.
Okay.
Landed right on my arm and tore it all up. And it's definitely not right.
When was that?
2 months ago, the 31st, 30th, 31st?
Okay. So you're supposed to have cast for a couple months?
Yes, I was in a splint for a while, and then June 19th, I was put in a cast. And then this upcoming 17th, I'm supposed to have pre-X-rays to make sure it's healing.
Do you remember punching Daniel at all?
Yes,
Okay. Do you know how many times?
no clue.
No clue.
Nope.
I don't know what Daniel looks like. How big a guy is Daniel?
I'd say he's taller than I am, for sure.
Stocky, overweight.
I'd say stocky, a little overweight, yeah.
Okay. Well, how much do you think he weighs?
He's got to be 220-ish, I think.
Okay.
He seemed like a big guy.
So the fight ended up in the bedroom. Then what happened after that? How'd the fight stop, I guess?
I backed off and just wanted the fuck out of there.
Okay. You just backed off and
Yeah, because like the way the fight went, he ended up being on the ground, and then I'm like, I'm out. Like, this is not why I wanted to be here. And then turns out my ex-girlfriend was there, and I'm thinking maybe that's why he hit me, because I had no idea she was there. So I'm not supposed to have any contact with her.
are those two dating?
I have no idea.
No clue.
No clue. I thought he was married.
How do they know each other?
I think family friends, maybe. I think that's what she said years ago. I've known Shanna since we were like 16.
Okay. You backed off and left. Where was Daniel when you left?
I made
Call
sure.
Daniel or Dan? Probably Dan. What do you call him?
Oh, I would call him Dan.
Dan.
Yeah,
Where was Dan when you left?
in his bedroom,
In his bedroom?
setting up. Yes.
Walked out front door?
I'm thinking that was where my pickup was parked. right
Where you
by the
went in
driveway.
is where you
Yes.
walked out?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then what? Got in your pickup?
Got my pickup, and it felt like I completely blacked out, and like I lost control of my pickup. And I ended up in this grass. And then I continued to get out of there.
Did you spin out in the grass?
I would imagine so, yeah. I think I'm pretty lucky there wasn't a tree right there.
Were you drinking that night?
No, I don't drink at all, sir. Don't
Any
drink.
drugs?
No drugs. Just whatever my doctor prescribes me, like my antidepressants and things like that.
Okay. Did you text or call Daniel before you went over there?
No,
Just
I
showed
don't.
up?
Yeah, I don't have his number or anything.
When did you go there for again?
I wanted lawn clippings for my garden.
You remember what time of day that was?
I honestly have no idea. It's just getting, well, maybe 6-ish, I would think.
Did you have any marks or anything on your face from the fight?
I am not sure.
Do you currently have any marks? Maybe not just on your face, but I see marks on your arms. Was that
Oh,
from the
no, a
cast?
lot of that's from the cat. This was completely covered up. No, I noticed I don't know if that happened during that or what, but then like my nose, it feels like it's not connected. Like right up here where the cartilage is, because it like clicks and pops.
Did the nurse look at it at all?
No.
Yeah.
No, the Huron County took pictures.
Okay, so they would have pictures the next morning.
Yeah,
When he hit you in the face, how hard did he hit you?
I would imagine it was as hard as he could because it was a very fast flash.
Okay. How many times?
At least twice at the doorway there because the first one caught me completely off guard. The second one I seen kind of coming and I was able to like grab his upper arm area.
Okay. Right in the tip of the nose both times?
The first time for sure in the tip of the nose. Like it had to have been like up in here because it was these glasses. So it had to have been in this area because then like my whole sinuses, even up here, were hurting. Okay. When they took the pictures at Huron County.
Any idea where he hit you the second time?
No, it
In the face?
it had to have been close to the face or like upper chest.
Okay. And did your glasses stay on your face?
Mostly.
Initially, I guess.
Yes, initially they did. Yeah.
I mean, you still have them, so they didn't get lost in the house.
Right. They did fall off though at one point.
During the fight? You just
Yes.
grabbed them on your way out or something?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You said you had your phone on you when you did that?
It would have been in the truck possibly or in my pocket. I don't remember.
Okay.
Sometimes I have one of those clips that holds onto it.
No idea your ex was there.
No. Not until like 3/4 of the way of us fighting.
Oh, you knew she was there during the fight?
Only till like there was like 3/4 of us fighting. I had no clue. And then she started hollering. And that's when it started calming down.
Okay. So she started hollering during the fight, at some point during the
Yes, like pretty close to the end of the scuffle.
Did she ever come out?
She
Did
did.
you ever see her?
Yes, she did step out.
Okay. Did you guys exchange any words?
She was screaming and I told her she needs to stop and she raised her elbow like she was gonna start hitting me and I told her, don't hit me. That was about the extent of the exchange of words.
And that was about 3/4 way through the fight.
What I just described was at like when I was getting ready, when I was out of there.
Okay, on your way out.
Yes.
She came out. Okay. No assault between you and your ex?
No,
Okay.
no. Well, I would never touch her in a way like that.
When was the PPO served to you?
Officially served was,
Approximately, exact date.
it had, it would have been, well, after Easter, I think, like, or April 14th-ish.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah,
So 3 months, 3 months ago?
almost 4 months.
4 months?
Yeah,
4
because
months.
what's the date today? The 9th?
Yep.
Yeah, almost 4 months.
Okay. Where were you at before you went over to Dan's?
My house.
Shack Road?
Yes.
Okay. So you drove straight from your house to Dan's house?
Yes. It's on the way to the one girl I was seeing in Hubley.
Okay. Who's that?
Her name, Sarah, used to be Lukowski. I want to say it's pronounced Shatner. She never said her maiden name to me.
How'd you meet her?
I think it was Facebook dating.
Seems like a lot of people do that.
It's like piss in the pool sometimes, though.
I don't doubt it.
It's pretty
Do not
rough
doubt it.
sometimes. Yeah, she's local and just real nice to hang out with.
And you guys had a plan to go to meet up?
Yeah, I was gonna go to her house afterwards,
Okay.
and that's what I ended up doing anyways. We're gonna watch a movie.
Okay. You may have just said it, but what'd you do after you left the house?
Went to
Dan's
Sarah's.
house. You went to Sarah's?
Yes.
Okay. What time do you think you got there?
Oh, it was probably been only a 15-minute drive.
So you're thinking around 6 o'clock you went to Dan's? I don't want to put words in your mouth, but
6:30-ish, possibly.
so you would have got this. How long was the fight? How long did it take the fight to last?
I don't know. It seemed like an eternity.
Yeah. You have to put time on how long you think it lasted.
Maybe 5 minutes, like max, like absolute max.
So then you should have been to Sarah's by 7.
It would probably have been 7:30.
Okay. How long were you at Sarah's for?
I stayed the night with her.
Okay. What time did you leave there?
It was right a little after 6 a.m. I think it was.
Do you know where she lives?
I could take you there. I don't know the road names.
What part of town?
You know,
I know the Four Corners, that's about it.
well, if you're heading
And where I know where the
south,
school is.
okay, it'd be west of the school on one of those back streets back there.
What's the house look like?
It's set up like a single story, like a ranch style house. She's got 2 yellow garbage cans that sit by her garage door. It looks like a double 2-car garage with 1 garage door.
Attached or detached?
Attached.
What color is the house?
It's a like off whitish brown color, I
Like a
think.
beige.
I think so, something like that. I look for the trash cans.
Yeah, yellow trash can should stand out.
Yeah, they're those little Stanley ones. They're like that big, like 5-gallon trash cans.
Okay.
Got those out front, and
What was the last name again?
it was a married name Lukowski.
Did you change it?
Her Facebook says it's different though. It says it's Shatner, so I don't know
So
what her name.
Lukowski or Shetner, one of the two.
Yes.
Okay. Left there around 6. Where'd you go after that?
I went to Bad Axe. I was gonna take my dog for a walk.
Okay.
I had my Australian Shepherd with me.
And where was your dog? Because you live in Shack Road.
Yeah, he lives with me.
He lives with you?
Yeah.
Why'd you go to Bad Axe then?
because it's right off Ubley, and then I was gonna loop back around to,
Oh, so you went through Bad Axe to get to your house.
I would have.
Okay, so I guess where'd you go from Sarah's?
I went to Bad Axe because I worked for the railroad, so I was gonna walk them on the railroad property back there.
Okay, but your dog was at your house?
No, my dog was with me
Oh, your dog was with you?
in my truck, yes.
He was with you the night before too?
Yes, yeah, he was
Okay.
with me the
You
whole
took him
time.
with you? Okay.
Yes, he stayed with me over at Sarah's, yes.
Okay. So you went to Bad Axe. My understanding, it was near where your ex lives?
Yes,
So why did you stop there?
I've always walked and I've always walked that,
Walked in.
yes.
Okay.
Even before her and I started dating over 3 years ago.
Okay. All right, and then so this call came in on Tuesday night at 9:15 p.m.
What call?
when 911 was called regarding this assault
Oh,
at Dan.
that late?
Yes. So I guess can you explain the
That's a big
2.5,
time.
3 hour?
Did they wait?
I don't. That's what I'm wondering. Can you explain that?
No.
No idea why they wait that long.
No, I have no idea.
How good of friends are you with Dan?
I am not friends with him. I've just known of his business. I've seen him around Ubley working and stuff.
Okay.
And that's one of my routes to work is Bay City, Forestville, over to Ubley.
Have you done any business with him in the past?
No, but I figured it was close. Close to the house, it'd be easy for me to either on the way home or that night be able to get a load of grass clippings or something.
Okay. I mean, I guess even assuming if it was 6 o'clock when this happened, is it common for people to go there at 6 o'clock at night and
I
do
don't know.
business?
I don't know. I've never really talked to the guy.
Okay.
I've only known of him through Shannon's older brother, Derek. I've never hung out with him, never really spoke to him.
You have his phone number?
No,
Did you try looking up the business phone number?
yeah, the business phone number's all over the place.
So I guess if you don't know him that well, why don't you just call the business phone number?
It was like a spur of the thing, like I'm home alone right now. I'm gonna go grab some grass clippings, hopefully, maybe tomorrow.
Where were you planning on putting the grass clippings
It's in my garden.
when you got them from Dan?
Oh, that's why I had my pickup.
So your plan was to pick up the grass clippings, go to Sarah's
Yeah,
for the night, and then go home?
yeah, or either not get the clippings that night, go to Sarah's, and then on my way home, pick up grass clippings.
Okay. Have you ever been in a fight before?
Not since like high school.
Okay. But you're not sure if you had any marks or anything, bloody nose or anything like that?
My nose was not bloody, but it was hurting.
Was Dan conscious the whole time you guys were fighting?
I'm pretty sure it was. He kept yelling at me, saying all kinds of profanity.
I guess my next question, what kind of words were exchanged between you two?
A whole lot of you mother fucker, this, that, and like just.
Have you had issues with Dan in the past?
No, I don't know the guy.
So why do you think he would Just open the door and start throwing punches.
That's what's got me. The only thing I could think of is because of my ex-girlfriend was there. Which don't make any sense to me either, because it's my ex-girlfriend.
Did you have any communications with your ex that night,
No,
besides in the house?
no.
No text messages, no phone calls?
No, I did try calling her to ask for a DVD back that I had, well, that she borrowed, and she never answered, so that was that.
What time was that at?
I have no idea. It was before the fight.
How long before you think?
Half hours, something like that.
You tried calling her? You tried texting her?
I just tried calling her.
Text or
No,
just call?
just
How many
call.
times you tried calling?
Had been a couple times because it was on Do Not Disturb. So if you hang up and try recalling again, it goes through.
Okay.
So I tried that.
Like two times, 3 times?
Yeah, it was over 3 times.
Over 3 times?
Yeah.
4 times? 5 times?
I don't remember.
More than 5 times?
It could have been, I don't know.
Why would you call her more than 5 times to try to get a DVD for that back? Did you leave a voicemail?
She don't have one set up. Otherwise, it'd been one call or the first go through with it.
And how many phone calls? Oh, say 5 times go there. How long did it take you to make those 5 phone calls?
It'd been a couple minutes, because only every other one of them would have rang it. So if you called 5, then only possibly 3 actually went through because of the do not disturb on the phone. And with her back when before the PPO, her and I, that's just how we always called each other. If we didn't answer, we'd call right, do that style.
So no issues with Dan. He just came out and threw a punch at you. A couple punches.
Yeah, as soon as I went to knock on the door flew open and I got hit.
So you still think it was around 6 o'clock? 6:30?
That's what I'm thinking, yeah. Had to have been that or a little bit later. It was definitely not earlier than that because I was playing with my dog for a while before Sarah got hold of me to come over.
We have your ex's phone. We also have your phone.
Okay.
Just have to ask. So looking at your ex's phone, there's text messages and several phone calls just prior to you showing up at Dan's house.
Okay.
None of those text messages are regard to a DVD.
No, when I was calling, I was gonna ask her about the DVD. And then the following morning with the PPO violation, I was asking about my DVD when I was walking by. Cause I thought she would have been at work already.
Don't you think it's more reasonable for us to believe that you knew your ex was over there and you went over there to confront her?
There would have been no reason for me to go over there to confront her because we're not together.
Well, I understand that, but obviously there's issues if she's got a PPO out against you, right?
What's that?
If she's got a PPO out against you, there's obviously issues, right?
There were issues back when I used to drink, yeah.
So we're doing a search warrant on your phone.
Okay.
It's gonna show text messages, phone calls, locations.
Yeah.
Or any of those locations gonna be different from your house to Dan's house to Sarah's house and back to Bad Axe the next morning.
I don't believe so, no.
Were you ever in Bad Axe that night, Tuesday night?
I'm in Bad Axe, well, when I'm not here or working, I'm in Bad Axe almost every night.
Were you in Bad Axe that night? Tuesday night?
Yeah, I was getting groceries earlier than that day.
Where from?
I usually go to Walmart, or sometimes if I'm picking up wire or anything like that, I'll go to the Tractor Supply stores, stuff like that.
Where'd you go that night?
It would have been Walmart.
Walmart. Do you know what time that was?
No,
No idea.
no idea. Not now, no.
Anywhere but Walmart that night?
What's that?
Anywhere but Walmart that night?
What do you mean?
Did you go anywhere besides Walmart?
No.
So you went from your house to Walmart and
Mhm.
then back to your house?
Yeah.
No other stops?
No.
Okay. So is your phone gonna show other stops?
Should have, no.
What if it does?
What do you mean, what if it does?
Were you at your ex's that night?
No, I don't go to her house.
So Tuesday afternoon or morning, were you at Walmart?
It would have been later in the day, afternoonish.
Like what time about, you think?
It was before dinner. Before dinner time.
Before 6 o'clock?
Yeah, it was before 6
Well, I guess you would have been possibly at Dan's at 6
Yeah.
o'clock, so. So you think like 5 o'clock, 4:30, 4, 5:30?
It would have been a little bit later, but it'd still be before dinner. Possibly 5-ish.
Okay.
I had to get some frozen items.
When you get your phone back, your ex's phone back, what are the text messages gonna show?
Lovey-dovey shit. Or sharing stuff like a Facebook post.
No angry stuff? No angry text between you two?
There might have been angry stuff, but nothing threatening each other.
When you say angry stuff, what kind of angry stuff?
Like, you're stupid, shit like that. Like, why would you do that? Or
Why would you do what?
it was just a reference. Like, let's say I said something wrong, like, I didn't want to hear about that from you right now. And then, well, you're stupid. Why would you say anything like that? Something like that. There was never any, like, hatred between each other.
Okay.
A lot of the Facebook posts would have been like weird flowers, because you can copy the link and then send it in a text. And it would be like this all black daffodil with white spots or yellow spots on it, like exotic flowers.
Alright.
Or when she asked to borrow money, that's about it.
So your phone's not gonna show at her house Tuesday night?
No, I didn't stop at her house. No.
Okay. And it's gonna show you going from your house to Walmart Walmart back to your house,
Yes, because I had to put my stuff away.
and then your house to Dan's.
Yes.
And you had no clue that your ex was at Dan's.
No.
I'm sure you had no clue that your ex was at
Yeah,
Dan's.
if I would have known that, I wouldn't have went there. It's not something I want to see.
His phone's showing off a lot.
Okay.
There's a lot of stuff in phones. And when you get those back, I want to give you an opportunity to come clean right now, because when those come back,
Mm-hmm.
and it shows something different than what you're telling me, it's not gonna be good for you.
I know.
How many times do you think Dan punched you?
Oh, I have no idea. Quite a bit.
Any idea how many times he punched you?
No clue. About equal. It was like a hit for hit.
And you and Dan never talked, text messages or phone calls?
No.
Prior to Tuesday? You
No,
didn't have a
not,
cell phone?
not that I recall. No. No. Maybe years ago.
And you don't know the relationship between Dan and your ex?
What's that?
You don't know what the relationship is between Dan and your ex?
No, I have no idea.
No idea?
No clue whatsoever.
Right. Well, here's what I believe happened. I think you knew that your ex was at Dan's. When you found that out, you went to Dan's and confront her or him,
Okay.
and then the fight ensued when Dan answered the door.
Well, that didn't happen because I went to knock on his door and he hit me. I never even opened his door or anything. He opened his door and punched me immediately
And why did you go there?
for grass clippings.
You expect me to believe that you went to his house. I mean, the call came in at 9:17. So you expect me to believe you went to the house between, you said you went there around 6, between 6 and 9 o'clock at night. Not really knowing the guy. You could have called his business phone, but instead you decided to show up at his house. Your ex happened to be there,
Their vehicle wasn't parked there.
but you just happened to go there for grass clippings.
Yeah, see, I use my truck for work 99% of the time. I'm not gonna hop in my truck and waste the fuel to drive it there just for shits and giggles. I have a car to do that stuff. I don't daily drive my pickup. It's either hauling firewood, working, or like if I'm gonna take some girl out on a date. It's the only reason I'm gonna take my truck out. I had the box all cleaned out so I could get a load of clippings.
All right. And when your phones come back, no reason it would show up. Your phone would show up at your ex's.
No, I didn't stop
No
at
reason
her
your
house
phone
at
would
all.
show anything other than what you're telling me.
No,
Now's the time to tell me.
I know, and I'm telling you.
Okay. Any questions for me?
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna give you my card. You have any questions? I think you can call from your cell probably.
I don't have one.
So
They took it, remember?
they don't have a phone where you're at though.
Oh, not in the cell, no, in the, like, I get an hour a day where I'm at.
Yeah, so you can call me if you want.
Okay.
I'm gonna underline my phone number there. Any questions at all? Reach out. I hope you're telling me the truth. I don't think you are. Just seems like one heck of a coincidence. You happen to show up at Dan's.
Yeah, I just wanted, I didn't know she was gonna be there, or I would have avoided it at Harvard. Any, I just left the truck at the house and took the car over to Sarah's.
You have a phone number for Sarah?
On a piece of paper
Where at?
in my cell.
Are you willing to actually just give that phone number to corrections staff?
Yeah, if you want to come down with us, I can.
I'm not gonna go up there with it, but you can give it to the sergeant out there.
As long as they write it down.
Yeah, they
It's on
can
my-
write it down.
Okay, because it's on my court document papers.
Okay. So yeah, just write it down for me and then get it
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah, I could do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't remember the number offhand. It's
No, it's everything stored. I'm the same way everything's stored myself.
It might be like maybe. I'm
Okay.
not sure about the first 3 digits, but the last ones I'm for sure about.
All right. I'll have you write it down or have them write it down for me.
Okay.
1 second, I'll make sure someone's out here for you.
All right.
Cross-examination.
Questions, Your Honor?
May I sit down? Very okay. Your next witness, please.
Would be Sergeant Flores.
Sergeant, would you please step up to the witness stand? Mr. Kowski, you may proceed.
Please state your name for the record and spell your last name for courtesy of the court reporter.
Eddie Flores, Flores.
Your occupation, sir?
I'm a sergeant with the Bad Egg City Police Department.
How long have you been with the Bad Axe Police Department?
Just a little over 13 years.
I want to draw your attention to July 3rd of 2024. You recall working that date?
I do.
Call your shift?
I do.
What's your shift?
6 a.m. to 6 p.m.
You're the day car?
Yes,
On that date, you have occasion to come in contact with a person by the name of David Talson.
I did.
You recognize him yourself again?
I would.
Is he in court today?
He is.
Could you please point to him and say where he's seated, what he's wearing?
Seated right there, his glasses with a blue button-up shirt.
Let the record reflect the witnesses identified the defendant.
Good shot.
Why was it you had contact with Mr. Talson that morning?
On the morning of July 3rd, I was dispatched to for a PPO, a personal protection order violation.
Did you respond to that area?
I did.
Take the complaint?
I did.
Did you end up finding the vehicle in question?
As I was en route to the address, Huron County Central Dispatch was relaying that Mr. Talisman had left in a single cab black Ram pickup northbound. As I was heading eastbound on East Huron Avenue, I witnessed that truck turn in front of me.
So this vehicle pulls up in front of you.
Correct.
What do you do next?
I follow it. I was waiting for assistance from another officer before I activated my emergency lights to stop the vehicle. Huron County Central Dispatch had also relayed information that a lien message had been sent the night before from Sanilac County advising that David Talisman was wanted for other charges from their county as well.
Was that why you waited for the backup?
Correct.
You were assisted by some other agency?
Yes, the Sheriff's Office, Lieutenant Powell, and Sergeant Dice.
Were you wearing a body camera that day?
I was.
In the body camera, does that record everything that goes on for your stops?
Yes, it does.
Did you have a chance to review your body cam in this circumstance?
I did.
Yeah, approach, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
And you, what has been marked as people's proposed 70? You recognize that, sir?
I do.
And what is that?
That's my body cam for that morning.
Be a true and accurate copy.
Yes.
Move to admit people's proposed 70.
Ms. Roberts? Thank you. 70 submitted.
Request permission to play it, Your Honor.
Yes.
Hands out the window. Hands out the window. Shut the truck off. All right, open the truck door from the outside. Go slow. Open it from the outside. Keep your hands out. Open the door from the outside. All right.
Anybody in that vehicle with you? Keep them up. Keep your hands out.
Keep your hands out. Okay.
Safe. Any weapons in the car? Hands up, bud. My phone. Is your dog good? Yeah. All right. He's just excited. All right, I'm gonna unbuckle you, okay? Can I push him back? Yep. Keep your hands right here, bud. I'm just gonna move that. Nope, leave it right there.
All right.
We're gonna unbuckle you.
I'm gonna go around. Actually,
You should be able to. Be careful with that.
Yep. Set your phone over here, okay?
Yep. Reggie, stay. Stay. Stay.
Come on out.
Yep.
Get the door shut.
Stay.
All right. Right back here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Stay in there, bud.
You got him?
All right, right back here, okay? Give me this one.
No, I got Zen, wallet. Yep, that's wallet. That's it. All right, Reggie, get in there.
Let it spin around for me.
Oh, Reggie. Could you do me a favor? Cycle key, roll the windows up for me a little bit.
Put your arms down for me, okay? Is that as good as you can do on that one?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
full casted.
Okay.
That's the first time he jumped.
Central 6, we're secure with him. What's your first name again?
David,
David? David, last name is?
Talson,
Talisman? Okay. All right. Where are you coming from, David?
Bad Axe here.
Right, I know we're in Bad Axe, but more specifically, where we're coming. Okay.
Walked the sidewalk, seen my ex-girlfriend, asked her for a DVD I could have back.
Okay.
She said no, so I left.
Okay. Who's your ex-girlfriend?
Shanna Leviette.
Okay. You have ID in the truck?
You guys took it.
Okay.
I don't know who has it.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah, no, it's not there anymore.
Do you know the address just at?
No.
But it's your girlfriend, ex-girlfriend's house?
Yeah, ex-girlfriend.
Okay. And her name was Shanna?
Yeah, Shanna.
And what's her last name?
Leviette.
Spell that for me?
I can't.
Okay. How long did you date her?
Almost 3 years.
Okay. How long ago did you break up?
Right around Easter time.
You guys still in contact or?
Here and there, but not a whole lot, if anything.
Okay. All right. Is there any type of protection order or anything out between you two?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Did you actually go up to her house today?
No,
This morning?
I was right on the actual sidewalk there.
You're on the sidewalk?
Yes, sir.
In front of the house?
Yes.
Okay. And you spoke to her, you asked her for a DVD?
Yes.
Okay. Did she speak back to you?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
What'd she say?
That's not how it works. And then she started like yelling at me and shit.
Okay. All right. How long were you out there for?
Less than 5 minutes.
Okay.
Well, in that altercation area.
Gotcha. Okay. So you just stay on the sidewalk the whole time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Where do you live right now?
Minden City.
Minden City?
Outside Minden, yeah.
How long has that protection order been in place between you and your ex?
I'm not exactly sure. So I was never served with any paperwork or anything because I didn't know what it was.
You were never actually served with it?
Not with paperwork. No.
Were you ever told about it?
Eventually, yes. One day someone thought we were arguing, but we were hanging out, and Bad Axe police let me know about it.
Okay, so you were served with it then?
Is that what serving is?
I mean, it can be served verbally, correct?
Oh, Oh, I thought you had to have paperwork and stuff like
Not
that.
necessarily.
Oh,
How long ago was that?
Oh, 3 months ago, maybe?
3 months ago? Was it done?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Did you have any trouble last night at all anywhere? Any other counties? Anywhere else where?
No, I was hanging out with my friend Sarah.
Okay. So nothing else happened last night that would cause the police to want to talk to you?
Not that I know of, no.
Not that you're aware of?
No.
Okay. Do you have anybody that can get your dog?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah, why, what's going on?
Okay. Well, I'm going to verify a few things, but
Yeah.
okay, if you're violating a personal protection order, okay, you're going to be taken into custody for that, okay? Okay, that's an arrestable offense whenever there's a violation. Okay, you just admitted to the violation.
I thought sidewalk was, I thought that's what.
Are you supposed to be around the residence?
I'm not supposed to be on the property, and the sidewalk.
Usually protection orders, you're not supposed to be in a certain amount of feet within the residence, the person, not supposed to try and make contact with them.
Because that's not.
I mean, what's the point of a protection order?
I
David?
honestly have no idea.
You don't know?
I don't even know what really one is.
Okay.
Until like a little bit what.
Well, what would you
past.
think? What would you think?
Uh,
If I had a protection order against you, what would you think that would mean?
Stay away from like your job, don't come in the house, stuff like that.
Probably not supposed to have contact, period, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
Like, would she have violated it?
Okay. Here's what's going to happen, okay?
Yes, sir.
You're going to hang out here for a minute. I
Mhm.
want you to start thinking about who can come and get your dog, okay? Because you've been decent with me, so I want to be decent with you, okay?
Yes, sir.
So, is there anybody that can come get your dog?
See if Sarah could before work.
Okay.
The only other person would have been Shanna, but.
Okay. All right. Sit tight for 1 sec, all right?
Yes, sir.
Sergeant Flores, when you talked to the defendant, he acknowledged that he was verbally served with his PPO back in April.
Yes, I believe it was May 10th.
I'm sorry, May 10th.
Yes, Officer Guza from the Bad Accident Police Department served him verbally, read all the conditions to him, and he acknowledged that he understood.
And then from that, he acknowledged to you that he had verbally served, but he didn't get a paper copy.
That's correct.
And then from your body cam, it sounds like when you were having this conversation with him, he described Ms. Lavalette as an ex-girlfriend,
Yes,
and that they'd been broken up since about April.
yes,
And you asked about contact, and he said there's been some contact, right?
yes.
But not frequent.
Correct.
You asked Mr. Talisman, though, during that conversation, whether or not he would have been wanted to be spoken to by other police agency about something that happened the night before.
Right.
He responded to you how?
Nothing that he was aware of,
Why did you ask that question?
because I had been notified by our dispatch that Sanilac County had contact with him the night before, and maybe didn't have contact, but there was an incident where he was involved and he was wanted on several charges.
From the night before.
Correct.
Sergeant Flores, the address you talked about, that's located in the city of Bad Axe
Yes, it is.
County here on
Yes,
state of Michigan.
yes, sir.
I have no further questions for Sergeant Flores.
Thank you. Cross-examination.
No questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. You may sit down. Status of this witness count.
No objection to this witness being excused.
Roberts.
objection.
Thank you. You're also excused.
Thank you.
Required members of the jury, everyone's still fine?
Your Honor, could we have like a 5-minute break so I can talk to the prosecutor?
Sure. We'll take a very brief recess, approximately 10 minutes. Hopefully, we'll reconvene here momentarily. Again, members of the jury, just remind you, you're not to discuss the case or any aspect of it.